Good morning. My name is Joshua Garcia. Thank you for being here. I'm here with my team to discuss our project proposal, Enhancing Urban Air Quality Through Strategic Development of Green Spaces. This project aims to assess and enhance the role of urban green spaces in improving air quality by strategically identifying optimal locations for new green spaces and evaluating their impact. We seek to contribute to urban sustainability and promote public health. The findings from this project will provide actionable insights for local governments, informing urban planning and public health initiatives that prioritize green infrastructure. Through this project, we aim not only to improve air quality, but also to promote community engagement, creating a sense of ownership among residents. By linking environmental science with community action, we aspire to develop healthier urban environments that enhance the quality of life for all residents. Ultimately, this proposal outlines a comprehensive effort to understand and maximize the vital role of urban green spaces in combating air pollution and promoting public health, paving the way for sustainable urban development. An overview of air quality issues in urban areas. Rapid urbanization has led to increased pollution levels, significantly deteriorating air quality in cities, which is linked to various health issues such as respiratory diseases and cardiovascular problems. Urban green spaces, or UGSs, are essential in mitigating air pollution by absorbing pollutants, providing shade, and enhancing overall urban biodiversity, thereby contributing to improved public health and environmental sustainability. Some mechanisms of air quality improvement through green spaces. 1. Pollutant absorption. Urban green spaces, including trees and vegetation, effectively absorb harmful pollutants such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter, thereby reducing their concentration in the air and improving overall air quality. 2. Microclimate regulation. The presence of green spaces helps regulate urban microclimates by providing shade and cooling effects, which can lower temperatures and reduce the formation of ground level ozone, which is a significant air pollutant. 3. Biodiversity enhancement. Green spaces promote biodiversity by providing habitats for various species, which can contribute to ecological balance and resilience, ultimately leading to healthier urban environments that support cleaner air. Evolution of urban design. Historically, urban planners and engineers prioritize infrastructure and economic growth over environmental considerations, leading to the neglect of green spaces and health impacts. However, the recognition of their role in enhancing air quality has promoted a shift towards integrating urban green spaces into planning frameworks, reflecting a growing understanding of their importance for public health and environmental sustainability. Urban Green Infrastructure Networks, or UGINs. This is a concept that involves creating a network of green spaces such as parks, community gardens, green roofs, and vertical gardens that are integrated into urban planning to enhance both environmental sustainability and public health. By designing areas that serve multiple purposes such as urban agriculture, recreation, biodiversity habitats, and natural storm management, we will create multifunctional green spaces. We will engage local communities in the planning and maintenance of these green spaces to ensure that they meet the needs of all residents, particularly marginalized communities. By designing UGINs to connect with public transportation routes, encouraging walking and cycling to reduce emissions, we will integrate with transportation. Biodiversity and resilience. We will incorporate native plants and habitats to enhance biodiversity and promote ecological resilience. Health monitoring and education. We will utilize smart technology to monitor environmental factors and implement educational programs on sustainable practices. So what impacts can urban green infrastructure networks have? They can have impact on climate change and health. So with climate mitigation, UGINs can significantly reduce urban heat and lower energy consumption, contributing to decreased greenhouse gas emissions. Public health improvement. With access to green spaces, it is linked to better mental and physical health outcomes, by reducing stress and promoting physical activity. By prioritizing underserved communities, UGINs will also address disparities in access to green spaces and health benefits. So what are our objectives with this proposal? To achieve our objectives, we will conduct a thorough investigation that includes identifying air quality hotspots, assessing the effectiveness of existing green spaces, and promoting new urban green space initiatives tailored to community needs. Our approach combines initiative air quality monitoring, geographic information systems or GIS analysis, and community engagement to ensure that our strategies are grounded in local context and input. By identifying air quality hotspots, we will use air quality monitoring to pinpoint areas in need of intervention. We will assess the effectiveness of current urban green spaces in mitigating air pollution, and we will also recommend locations and types of green spaces that could maximize air quality benefits. And finally, we will involve local residents in the planning process to ensure that green spaces meet community needs and preferences. Our methodology: we will utilize air quality monitoring by deploying low-cost air quality sensors in targeted neighborhoods to gather data on pollutants. And we will also conduct measurements over a 3-month period to capture temporal variations in air quality. We will utilize GIS analysis, also geographic information systems, to analyze the spatial relationship between air quality data and existing green spaces. We will also identify gaps where new green spaces could be developed to enhance air quality. Community surveys: we will conduct surveys to assess community perceptions of air quality and preferences for green spaces. We will engage with local stakeholders through workshops to gather input on potential green space designs. We will collaborate with local environmental agencies to obtain historical air quality data and partner with community organizations to facilitate outreach and participation in surveys and focus groups. We'll also be developing 2 pilot projects for new green spaces based on GIS analysis and community input by implementing plantings of native vegetation known for the air quality benefits, like trees and shrubs. And finally, we will have an impact assessment by monitoring air quality in the pilot areas before and after the implementation of green spaces for 6 months. And we will analyze this data to assess the impact of green spaces on air quality improvements. So our expected outcomes are improved air quality. We anticipate a measurable decrease in pollutant levels in areas where new green spaces are implemented. Also, community engagement. We will foster a sense of ownership among residents, increasing community pride and usage of green spaces, and a scalable model which can be replicable for other urban areas to enhance air quality through green spaces development. So a budget overview. We will need funding for personnel, funding for a project coordinator, research assistants, and community outreach specialists. We will also need funding for equipment, for the purchase of air quality sensors, GIS software licenses, and materials for green space development, and for community engagement, with the costs associated for workshop surveys and outreach materials. Thank you for your time and consideration. Below is my contact information, and I will now open the floor for any questions.